Hey guys, Kyro here, and welcome to another episode on the Kyrocraft server. This is episode 7, and today we're playing on 1.14.3 pre-release. And I've made a backup of the world just in case we run into any crashes since we are playing on a pre-release. But today we have some awesome plans, and I want to make a big bamboo farm. We're going to make an iron farm, and we're going to use all that to make a super smelter. Now, if you recall in the last episode, I said I wanted to do a steampunk build, and that's still the case. That said, we're going to need a ton of brick, stone, and cobble. So this build that we're going to be doing right now is to go ahead and help us gather up all those items relatively fast. That way we can get on to building and don't have to spend all that time in the mine shaft. That said, I don't have much of a plan, so let's see what we can come up with. Alright guys, so I'm going to level with you. I've already done a ton of work on this episode, but I just wasn't happy with the outcome. I kept trying to go back and voice over sections and re-record certain parts, but it just felt sloppy and thrown together. I was getting really frustrated and I got a bit discouraged with the episode altogether. I said that I wouldn't put out crap content just to meet the deadline, and I meant it, you guys. You guys deserve the best that I can make, so I made a choice to restart the episode from scratch, all the way to the planning stage, and I have a good feeling about it this time around. The whole thing gave me a very important topic I wanted to share with you today about failures. Now, some people will say things like, it's only a failure if you give up. You never really failed if you tried. And I'm here to tell you, no, all that's crap for people who are afraid of failing. If you want to try something and it doesn't meet your standards or expectations, then you failed. Congratulations. And I don't say congrats sarcastically, but genuinely, because the majority of people fool themselves into delusions that they never failed. They think that their idea wasn't wrong and that they just need to keep doing the same thing and eventually it'll catch on or get better. And yeah, if you practice knife skills in the kitchen with a wooden spoon instead of a knife, you'll get better at it. But the idea is a flop. You'll get good at something that is fundamentally worse than the alternative. But failure shouldn't scare you. If you fail, don't get mad or upset. Just look at the situation and go, well, that didn't work. Why didn't it work? What are other options to get similar results or meet my standards? Is any of this project salvageable? Maybe the idea was good and your skills just suck. If that's the case, then work on them. And if not, then toss it in the garbage and get back to it. Suck it up, Buttercup. We got work to do. Don't be delusional or afraid of failure. Failure has been one of my biggest educators in life. You try and try and try until something meets your standards, then you stick with it and perfect it, and you get better and better at that. You don't work on knife skills with a wooden spoon. You're never going to be good enough to make a difference at that, right? But if you work on your knife skills with a knife using the correct techniques, then yeah, you're going to get better with time. That said, try to stay flexible in your way of thinking. If you've got something that works, keep doing it, but don't be afraid to try other things. You might find something that works better or just as well, and variety can be a good thing, guys. Failure is a good thing. Disclaimer, don't do anything stupid that'll get you hurt. I'm not responsible for anything you do, and no piece of advice is infallible. So be smart, be safe, and keep it legal. That said, it's time to get on with the episode. I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright guys, here we are back, and I went ahead and cleared out a little bit more space here, just so that we could have higher farms, and I think how we're going to do this is we're going to have one of these normal bamboo farms going around the side, and we're just going to use a design like this with less observers. So let's see, that should be about 3 deep, I think. So we'll have our minecart track going around under here. We'll need our dirt on top of that. We're going to need some blocks about right here. And then we'll just take our pistons like this. Get some scaffolding blocks. Then we'll need blocks running along the side right here. It's going to connect with those for now. I'm going to break that because we won't need that after this. We'll be able to turn that into something else. Maybe something cool. We'll see. Then we need our observers right here. And then that should, whenever a bamboo grows up, so it'll go boom, and boom, and then it gets harvested. Perfect. And that'll go all the way, it'll go 16 blocks in both directions. This will be the ending block. We'll need some glass, but that's okay to make this all look nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in around the room all the way to that corner over there, and then I'll see you when I get back. All right, guys, so we have everything in place now, including our rails, which are unpowered at the moment, but we don't have our bamboo in front of our observers. That way we don't get a bunch of entities just laying around while we're finishing up building, because that could cause us a bunch of lag. What we're going to have now, this right here goes down into our little storage room right here, and I went ahead and adjusted this place. I put a couple doors on it so it's nice, and it's going to go into these hoppers right now. I'm going to have to remember to punch out those blocks and replace them with oak, but so what we got to do now is make an unloading system, because when this thing goes around, it's going to collect up all the drops. We're going to have glass in front of this so that the items all drop on top of this block. It's going to be collected, and it's going to unload here. Now, if we just have this powered, then it's just going to unload one item and then hop off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a comparator signal out from this hopper. So we're going to detect anytime there's something flowing into this, right? Then we're going to run that into a block, into a torch with a block on top. So now, basically, what's going to happen is every time this is powered, this is unpowered, right? So by default, now we're going to power this hopper here. And now let's say we throw an item in there, or actually, let's throw a couple items in here. All right, guys, I built a little simple contraption here to test out a system. We put 59 cobblestone inside this hopper minecart. Whenever we press this button, it's going to go off. And as you'll see here, this unpowers and lets us unload all of our items, and then once the items are unloaded, it'll send the hopper minecart back off, which is exactly what we want. That's exactly what we want. It's exactly what we have. Now I just got to power this place, and then we got to go collect up a bunch of sand. I know there's a desert nearby, so I think I'm going to do a third-person time lapse and collect up enough sand for 2 or 3 shulker boxes worth. That way we can go ahead and finish up our projects today. And we're back here at the base. We managed to gather up quite a bit of sand. We got 3 shulkers and a bit in my inventory, in fact. So what we need to do now is go ahead and smelt up a bunch of this glass, enough to go around the edge of our farm. That way we can make it look pretty. Alright, some of you may be thinking, what happened to the glass idea? Well, after trying to just fill 4 furnaces with glass for a while, I decided that this thing might not be big enough for our super smelter. So I doubled it. I just put another one right on the other side of it. Hopefully this will be enough. As you can see, I just filled it in with cobblestone, but I did put a little bit of glass in right here so that we could see what's going on inside. Now, all we have left to do is to go around and place in the rest of this bamboo. And then everything should be in place for the farm to start producing, and hopefully produce a lot of bamboo. Alright, so now what I want to do is keep the farm from overproducing bamboo, and because that'll cause lag with the entities laying on the ground, I'll do that by running a comparator out of this top hopper. Now this top hopper will fill up after all of our chests have backed up with bamboo, and we can detect that with the comparator here. So I'll power this block underneath this rail. We'll place a repeater out from here and run redstone along to power all these pistons, effectively turning the machine off. Now, I'll have a mess around and see how I can power all of these lines without skipping a piston with our repeaters here. So we're taking this signal out and it's getting split right here to the back and to the front. And every time I would be running out of signal, the signal would go to this block right here. I put a block there instead of a redstone dust, ran it out to the side, put a repeater into this block, and so this redstone dust now runs into the side of this block, which powers this piston right here, which is awesome. So yeah, we're pretty much good to go on this front. Now all that's left to do is wait for us to, yep, see, there we go. Everything is retracted and we're good to go. Yes, that was perfect timing. So yeah, now all that we really have left to do is harvest up a bunch of this, and while we're doing that, we could probably start work on our furnace system. But actually, the furnace system is going to have to wait because I am almost out of hoppers. So let's get to work on an iron farm. And I think for this project, I'm going to try out some scaffolding. Yeah, I got some string here. Let's see. How do you even craft this stuff? Well, it looks like... okay, that's a lot. I don't know how much I'm going to need. That's about as much as I can make there. I actually have plenty of string here, so this is great. I've not used the scaffolding blocks yet, so we'll see. Alright guys, well, I decided that I actually want this underground. I want it to be at the base, and I didn't really see a place that I wanted it in the sky. So I'm going to dig out a huge area. Again, this is probably going to take me a while. I'm not going to time-lapse it this time, but that's okay. I want it to be in our base area here, the area we're going to spend all of our time out. That way I don't have to make a massive farm, and I'll still get plenty of resources from it, okay? Since we're going to be here hopefully most of the time during the building process and everything, it's going to take us hours and hours. During all those hours, we can just passively be producing iron, and even if it's just a single farm that gets like 380 iron per hour or something like that, if we spend, 70 hours building this thing, we'll have lots of iron to show for it. So that's the plan. I'm going to dig out a massive area. Hopefully I don't run into the sides of the cliff. And then I'll see you guys whenever I get back. This is satisfying. Alright guys, we are just back from the Ender for the 6th time, I think. And yeah, I got a little bit carried away with our digging. Let's check it out. A lot can happen whenever you listen to a good audiobook, so we got a massive space cleared out here. I ended up getting really lazy and not grabbing a bunch of the blocks. I only have 2 double chests and then another chest full of blocks over there. We only got a little under 2 stacks of iron, which is surprising. There's some more dotted around, but, we're making an iron farm. Who wants to manually mine iron, right? So I'm going to have to go grab up some villagers and probably transport them through the nether would probably be the best way to do it. But I'm going to transfer them over here. It'll probably take me a couple hours, and then I'll see you guys in the next step. Come on, go to your workstation. Go to the bed. You guys are killing me. All right, I finally got those 3 villagers into a single cell design. The design is by Rayworks, linked to his channel in the description as always. Check it out for a description of how this thing works. But now I have to get this zombie to scare the villagers, okay? Because once they are scared, they'll try to produce an iron golem every 35 seconds. Now, I'm just going to make a dark space over here in the corner and try to spawn one in. And I'll have him walk over some items that I'm going to throw onto the floor. If they pick the item up when they walk across it, then they won't despawn. So I'll know immediately if I have a zombie that is one I need to keep or one I just need to kill. This is a great alternative if you don't have name tags yet. Guys, we got one. Okay, awesome. Oh, he's coming towards me. Come on, go find your friends. They're over there. Oh dear. No, not like this. Oh, dumb zombie. Alright guys, 4th zombie. Luckily all of them, you can't hit me here, can you? No? Okay, good. All of them have gone down there for some reason, and then they just end up dying, which is, I don't know what's going on with their AI. But I finally got him in here. I enclosed this where he can't get out, and now I have to try to get him in here and then push this slab over his head while he's in the cauldron, which I didn't think was going to be so difficult. Let's just give it a tester and see if we can get it to go. Come on, come along like that. Okay, he's bobbing up and down. Let's put a block like that, maybe? Maybe that'll convince him to settle down. I can't see him. Okay, he's settled. He's inside of it. So let's just go ahead and do that. And I lost that, but that's okay. I think that's it. Hey, guy, don't do that, please. Please don't do that. No, get away from my zombie. No. 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 No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, well, this is awkward. I didn't think about that happening. I really do not want him to kill my zombie. I do not have... Okay. Okay, this is okay. This is fine. I'm going to die. This is working pretty well, actually. Okay. Now then, hopefully these aren't spawnable blocks. I'm going to do that just in case, though. Now what we should see within the next 35 seconds or so is another iron golem spawn in and then go into that trap. It's going to try to pathfind the zombie, and then the little water streams there will help it along. Let's see if we can capture this moment on tape. Here he is. Yes, it's working. The first proper golem to die in the farm. Change of plans. We are going to get our butts to the nether, and I'm going to go hunt down some wither skeletons to make a beacon. I am fed up with digging without one. Wow, guys, that actually didn't take too long at all. It only took about an hour or so, and I just got these last 2 back to back. All right, guys, so here we are in the end dimension. Now, underneath the exit portal here, I've gone ahead and dug down 3 blocks. And I just laid down some obsidian here. I think it can be any block, honestly. I don't think it has to be obsidian. But it makes me feel a little bit better because we're going to be summoning the wither on top of it, okay? So we got this, and then we got our soul sand. Thankfully, you can summon the wither like this now. Hopefully, I've done this right, and if not, this is going to be really awkward, but let's see. So his head's in there. He's going to do his explodey thing. Maybe. Okay. Okay, good. Good. Now, should be able to come right up to him. Yeah, awesome. No! Oh, no! It doesn't work! What the heck?